Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to DIY with Nadia and welcome to another Wreath Wednesday. Today we are making a very cute and easy candy cane bubble wreath. For today's very cute and simple candy cane wreath, we're going to need a candy cane wreath form from the Dollar Tree, 3 rolls of Deco mesh that is 6 inches by 5 yards, then some mesh tubings, and this is like an iridescent clear to a white, then some pipe cleaners and some sort of a measuring device. I'm going to be doing 8-inch loops, so I'm just going to be using this little board from the Dollar Tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my pipe cleaners into 3. These are 12 inches, so I cut them into 4-inch strips. The mesh tubing is really long and much longer than your rolls of Deco mesh. I'm going to find the beginning and the end. Now I'm going to unroll my Deco mesh. Next, I'm going to unroll and overlap my Deco mesh. Roll number 3. I'm going to give it about 1 inch, bring it together. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my candy cane upside down. It is rounded, that's the top, so right now it's going in, and you'll see why we need to do that in the beginning. And now I'm going to just zip tie it to my candy cane. You can also just use the pipe cleaner, but for my first loops, I just feel better when I zip tie them. And I forgot my tubing, so I'm just going to go ahead, grab another zip tie. I'm just putting my zip tie right next to the other one, putting my mesh tubing right there, and locking it in. It happens sometimes, guys. It happens sometimes. All right, now that we have everything, I'm going to turn my candy cane the right side up. Now my candy cane actually is, rounded on top. My tubing, there's plenty of it. I'm not gonna make it loose, but I'm not going to be pulling it either. All right, let's measure our 8 inches right here. Gather it, make our bubble, then grabbing a pipe cleaner, going to attach it to our candy cane wreath right here. And then we're ready to just start making loops. I'm attaching my loops to the second one. You could do it to the third one. It really doesn't matter. In the first section of our candy cane, I have 4 loops that I made, or 4 poofs, and then this one is our 5th one, so kind of 5 altogether in the first one. And then we're going to make a few in this one. In this section right here, in the second section, even though it's the smallest section, I'm going to have 4 loops or bubbles because it turns right here. You want this area to be nice and full. I'm on my last loop, so before I do that, I just wanted to give you the numbers of the loops or the bubbles that I have on this wreath. So I have 5, including this one, then 4 in this little one, then 5, and then 5 that's going to include my last loop. And by the way, this is what's left pretty much. And I'm just going to do my last loop, and I'm going to attach it upside down, kind of like what we did with the first one. I got my 8 inches, and instead of attaching it on top, I'm going to bring it around, even give it a little bit more if you want, and then I'm going to zip tie it right there. Now that we have our candy cane, I'm going to go ahead and start opening all my bubbles up. And of course, I'm going to let my mesh tubing sit on top of that. when you do layered mesh like that, you don't want the edges to catch. So the way I do it is starting with the bottom layer, I push it down. I push it down and out. Down and out. There you go. And then I want my nicest mesh to be on top, so I'm going to push down and take the other one to the other side. And then, of course, my tubing right on top. I'm going to continue doing this all the way around, and then I will be right back. Hello, my sweet friends. I hope you're enjoying this video. I'm just popping in to let you know we're doing another calendar giveaway, and it's a set of these 3 2022 calendars. And all you have to do is mention the word candy cane somewhere in the comments below. In a week, I will post the winner in my community tab. All right, now that our wreath is all fluffed out, it looks so cute. I'm absolutely loving this little candy cane. I'm going to grab this ribbon, and this is the one with the little trucks from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to make a simple 4-loop bow. We're going to put the ribbon kind of in the center of the wreath right here towards the top. I'm just measuring for my tail, and I'm just going to do a few loops, and I'm not measuring it in no particular way, and then another loop. Then I just kind of bring it together. We have 2 loops, then find my center, bring it in, grabbing a pipe cleaner. There you go. Making sure that's my center. 2 twists. Measure out my tail here. Find the place where you want your bow to be. And don't push it down too much. Keep it on top. It's okay. We're going to have, you know, nice fluffy bow on top. I'm just going to give it a few twists. And I don't lock it in until I feel that this bow's in a perfect place. I'm going to cut these on an angle. I feel like the edges are kind of flimsy, so this part is very optional, and just only do it if you're comfortable with it. I'm going to singe the edges, and the way I do it is I put the flame next to the ribbon. I'm not touching the ribbon, as you can see, but it's warming it up and it's curling in. There you go. See, and now I know it's not going to fray. Going to do the same thing on this side. And that's it. For the tails, I'm going to use the banner method. And what that means is going to do a little wave. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to fold this ribbon halfway through. I'm going to fold it up and pinch the corners. After I pinched my corners, I'm going to take these fingers right here, and I'm going to kind of push as I'm pulling it down. This way we're making a loop right here. So it's going to make a loop and this little ribbon, and it's going to be really pretty. It's going to give a little dimension, and it just looks really pretty. Once again, with my fingers right here, I'm kind of pushing it up and in, so I'm making a little loop right there. For the center of my bow, I decided to use a little flower. This is from the Dollar Tree, and as you can see, this is leftovers from last year. But I'm just going to take this little flower and I'm going to hot glue it to the center right there. I'm going to cut this off a little bit, but not all the way to the end because I don't want it to fall apart. And just be really generous with my hot glue here and put it in place.